Jay, you have completed your PhD well within 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you how you selected your research problem.
Okay, there are many factors that you have to consider for choosing the problem. First, you need to select the professor, and the professor should be in the same field of interest of yours of you.
Yeah.
And there are many factors in choosing guide also. Like once you join an IISc or IITs, so they will ask you to choose the guide. So they will give some time, and then you will go to their labs and you will inquire about the guide.
Yeah.
And then you will come to know how will means it's not just professionally, how personally he will be with you. So if you ask the seniors, they will let you know. And then once you decide, okay, this guide is in the my field, and I will approach the students. If they are giving positive feedback, then you can opt him. Once you are opting him, then the next step is problem.
Yeah.
How to choose the problem. Like sometimes professors will give their in hand problems. Sometimes they will ask you to choose by yourself. So if you already know what you wanted to work, it's okay. And you have to ask him whether it's in current frontier research or not.
Yeah.
If he says it's already done, you can't do. For example, in my case, a professor suggested me few topics, and then he emphasized on the importance of corrosion. And he said that we have a project, India DST UK funded project, and if you work on this project, you will be going to have a collaboration with University of Manchester, and then they will help you to do experimentation. So if you have collaborations, and your half of the work will be shared, I feel, because most of my experiments were done in University of Manchester.
Okay.
And here I have only done modeling stuff. What if I don't have collaboration? I have to do both the stuff by myself. Having collaboration helps not only in sharing the work, it also makes you efficient in writing papers. Like you write your own stuff, your part of the work, and they will write their part, and your paper corrections will be going through from our institute professor and that institute professor. So it will enhance our paper quality.
True.
So that is another factor. Not only guide, not only the selection of problem, and if you take into the consideration of collaborations, so that helps you much better way.
Okay.
And
But
then
let's say someone is new to research. They are coming after BTech, direct PhD.
Yeah.
They don't know about any research problem. Guide is telling you go and research yourself and find the problem. I work. This is my lab facilities. So what should they do?
Yeah, I feel they have to search by themselves, and if they don't find the problem, they are in difficulty.
Yeah.
I feel
So
majority.
can you suggest like which kind of problem they should select so that they can complete well within 5 year, or like it should be like what should be the criteria of selecting those research problem?
See, sometimes even though we select some problem, and it's depends on the difficulty level, how complex the problem is.
True.
For example, corrosion. Experimentation we can be seen in many institutes, but modeling stuff is very new, and bringing modeling into corrosion is very difficult, and the stochastic nature of handling corrosion, it involves multi-physics and multi-scale modeling. So in that way, I felt like my problem is going to be very difficult, though it's very useful in our current scenario. For example, I went to do courses in materials engineering. I have opted this modeling and simulation of materials.
Okay.
In that course, I have seen many students having difficulty in doing coding, doing mathematical stuff from materials department. Half of them were dropped. I felt why they were dropping. Then I realized that they were not much exposed to mathematics, especially materials department.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe now they're also coming with mathematics, but when I joined 4 years, 5 years back, it was that scenario. I felt they don't know how to inverse matrix in coding. They know little stuff, maybe they have done in their bachelor's mathematics course, but they haven't really implemented because they mostly focused on experimentation. So I felt there is a scope for me because I am from aerospace. I know good mathematics, numerical stuff. So in that way, if I choose the problem related to materials, and I am very good in computational domain, so I can do something in the materials department. I felt in that way I have chosen this problem. So this is another factor.
Okay.
And the another factor I can say that if you search in internet, like now currently trending is like AI and ML.
True.
See, I when it comes to me, so even though I have chosen the problem in corrosion, and I felt very difficult for 3.5 years to come to some end.
Okay.
Then I was searching what are the things I can do using corrosion. Then I felt this is booming actually. AI and ML is booming. So can I do something with AI and ML? Then I got some idea.
Okay.
Then I adapted that into my modeling. So in that way I benefited actually. So you have to see what are the current trending topics like AI and ML, and with AI and ML what you can do. Not just a mathematical student. Now when it comes to material student, they have to choose, though they mostly do experimentation, I feel they have to learn AI and ML because in future if they want to do some data analytics, like they want to do some linear regression of their data, they collect so much of experimental data. With that data, if they want to do something, extrapolate something, so I feel they really needed knowing the background of AI and ML.
Okay.
So if they know that background, so they can easily adapt and they don't need to be dependent on someone else. So you have to search in LinkedIn and all what are the available, means if you are going towards industry, okay, what are the current research problem, you can search in LinkedIn itself. They will suggest you, okay, these are the tools available, okay, these are the advanced modeling stuff available, and based on that can I do something. Like you have to think.
Okay.
Then this is one factor. Literature survey you have to do thoroughly. Though professors gives you in hand problem, sometimes it's better to do by yourself.
Okay.
Like in my example, I have done this pit to crack transition
Okay.
problem. I have to choose the modeling tools. For example, I have to choose cellular automata for modeling corrosion, and then I want to do fatigue analysis. For that I have chosen extended finite element methods. Then I went to University of Manchester. There I realized that this problem is already done in different ways. I have almost finished 1.5 year, and then I went to collaboration. I was in University of Manchester. What I have observed that the corrosion was modeled by Manchester University professor using cellular automata.
Okay.
Here my professor, the same problem was done using extended finite element method. But they come up with this tie-up, and they realized that they did different problems. But eventually what happened, they both have done the same problem using different methodologies. Then I realized, array, they want to couple it, but they have done same problem. How can I couple? So there itself, when I realized immediately, I wrote mail to both the professors, sir, we solved the same problem. Now I don't know what to do. Then we all had meeting, online meeting and all. Then there they changed the problem.
Okay.
Once they changed the problem, means we still use these tools, and we will use in corrosion we will use cellular automata. In mechanical loading we will use XFEM. And then we will couple fatigue analysis. Like that they reformulated my problem. And if I wouldn't have realized in 1.5 year and I was still
sleeping and doing the same thing,
yeah,
then
same
you would be gone.
stuff, I would be ended up more than 5 years or something.
Yeah, true.